What's going on, everyone? Welcome to How to F1 for Imola with the Mercedes W12 Formula 1 car. This will be the first How to F1 I've done for this track. We didn't race here last season in the McLaren. I think the last time we visited this place was 2 seasons ago. I like this track. I like lapping it. It's a lot of fun. Kind of like, you know how in the past I mentioned with the Red Bull Ring, I liked lapping there just because you could kind of really feel what this car can do because of the fast corners everywhere. Imola is a little bit more technical, but it's still a fun track to get around for me. It's a lot of I can rip off 10-20 laps here with no real issues as far as getting bored or anything. So they did change some things about this track since the last time we raced here as part of the deal to bring the W12 to iRacing. I guess they adjusted the track limits at several corners. I believe it's coming out of the second left, right? I don't know if you necessarily want to call that a chicane, but coming out of the second chicane, it seems like the track limits on the exit curb have kind of gotten a little closer to the track. And then on the big sweeping left-hander, they have brought those track limits in closer as well, so you can't take as much of that as you used to be able to. Of course, we'll cover all this in the hot laps, but the big one that everybody's really picking up on is the curbing in the final chicane towards the end of the lap with the high curbs. As it was, the car really didn't like those anyway, but it was kind of the fast way to get around the track was to go over them. However, they brought the off-track detection a lot closer. It kind of almost seems like it's halfway on the curb, and so where you get it and when you get it seems to be we're still trying to figure that out. So yeah, lots of potential for getting a off-track penalty here. But other than that, it's a lot of fun to race. So let's get into the hot lap, and then we'll discuss tires. Alright, so coming out of this last corner here onto the main straight, there is only just one DRS zone on this track, and it's down the straightaway here. Start-finish line is probably a little further down than some other tracks we race on, so we just passed it right there. Pit exit, the blue cone. Coming into this first corner, I let off a little bit before the 50. I think it's actually between the 100 and the 50. Be careful to stay off of these sausage curbs. And this corner here, the rear end does kind of slide around a bit. Again, crack the throttle or lift at the 50, and then kind of brake for the second part of that corner. Hard braking zone here, trail off the brakes just a bit, and then you can go a little wider here. Just be careful, or you might lose the rear like I did there. This is one of the areas of the track where I think they've shorted up the track limits a bit. You can't go as wide as you used to, so you could go a little wider, but that's safe for me. Brake a little later in this corner than you could with the McLaren. I'd like to ride that curb with the tray on top of it. Be careful with this chicane here. The curbing is really rough, but also they put the track limits like super close, so it's really easy to get one there. In fact, this lap I did. And then here we come into these final two corners, brake between the 100 and the 50 markers, get it slowed down. You can take this in third or fourth, and then get back on the straightaway here, and there you go. Quick, fast lap here at Imola. Alright, so as far as tires go, medium no stop is obviously a given. I don't see any reason that we're going to be pitting here. I haven't done any long run testing just yet, but given the fact that the last time we raced at this track, medium no stop was already a viable strategy with tires that wore out, more faster car, and summer temperatures, I think it may be a possibility that a soft no stop could actually be viable here. Like I said, I need to do some long run testing just to confirm that myself, and I would recommend that anybody who races the open setup series at least take a crack at long run testing as well to see if that's an option. Of course, like any other time, it could be temperature, track condition dependent, but it's something to consider, something to work on and practice this week before you hop into any races. If you haven't figured out by now, my guides are mostly geared towards the open setup series, but if you do run the fixed sprint series, I would say a soft no stop for that series is 100% the way to go. So anyway, like I said earlier, fun track. Just be careful of some of the sausage curbs in a few of these corners. Be careful of the high curbing in the last chicane, and be careful of the off tracks. They're a lot stricter here than they were a couple of seasons ago. So yeah, anyway, hope this helps you guys out. Hope y'all have some good races, and we'll see you out there.